Challenge 1. I don't have time. Solution. Practice for 2 minutes. Small is better than none. One of the most common challenges in building a mindfulness practice is the feeling that there is no time for it. Many students think meditation only counts if it is long, serious, and done perfectly. But that is not true. A practice does not need to be long to be meaningful. In fact, beginning with just 2 minutes is often the smartest way to build consistency. 2 minutes is short enough to fit into almost any day. You can do it before school, after lunch, before homework, or right before sleep. The goal here is not to do a lot all at once. The goal is to make mindfulness a real part of your life. Small practice done regularly is much more powerful than waiting for the perfect time and doing nothing. So the important message on this slide is simple. Small is better than none. A short practice still trains attention, builds calm, and strengthens the habit. And as we continue, you will see that many mindfulness challenges can be solved by making practice easier, not harder. Challenge 2. My mind keeps wandering. Solution. That's the practice. Returning is success. After solving the problem of time, the next challenge many students face is frustration with the mind itself. You may sit down for 2 minutes, try to focus, and then notice that your thoughts keep drifting. This is completely normal. It does not mean you are bad at meditation. It means you are meditating. Mindfulness is not about having a perfectly quiet mind. It is about noticing when attention has wandered and gently bringing it back. That moment of return is the practice. Every time you come back to your breath, your body, or the present moment, you are training your brain. In a very real way, returning is success. So instead of judging yourself when the mind wanders, try to understand what is happening. Your attention moved, you noticed it, and you came back. That is progress. This idea is very important because it helps you stay encouraged. In the next challenge, we will look at another very human difficulty: simply forgetting to practice at all. Challenge 3. I forgot. Solution. Attach meditation to an existing habit. Even when you understand that short practice is enough, and even when you stop worrying about a wandering mind, another challenge often appears: forgetting. This happens because new habits are still weak. They do not yet have a stable place in your daily routine. A very practical solution is to attach meditation to something you already do every day. For example, you might meditate right after brushing your teeth, after sitting at your desk, after getting off the bus, or before opening your laptop for homework. When mindfulness is connected to an existing habit, it becomes easier to remember because one action reminds you to do the next. This is called habit linking, and it works because your brain likes patterns and routines. Instead of relying only on memory or motivation, you build a structure that supports you. This matters because a lifelong practice is not built by willpower alone. It is built by simple systems that make the healthy choice easier. And even with good systems, there will still be times when you miss a few days. That is what the next slide addresses. Challenge 4. I missed 3 days. Solution. Start again today. No guilt. No catching up. Just begin. At some point, almost everyone misses a few days of practice. This does not mean you failed. It means you are human. One of the biggest dangers is not missing a few days. The bigger danger is the story you tell yourself afterwards, such as, I ruined my routine, or now I have to make up for it. Mindfulness teaches a different response. Start again today. No guilt, no catching up, just begin. You do not need to punish yourself, and you do not need to do extra long sessions to fix the gap. The healthiest approach is simply to return to the next moment available. This attitude is important because it makes your practice sustainable. If mindfulness becomes connected with shame or pressure, it becomes harder to continue. But if your practice is based on kindness and starting fresh, it becomes something you can return to for life. Once students understand this, another challenge sometimes appears, especially after repeating the same routine for a while. boredom. Challenge 5. I'm bored. Solution. Try a different meditation style. Change locations. Meditate outdoors. Practice walking meditation. Boredom is another normal part of a long-term practice. Sometimes students think boredom means meditation is no longer working, but often it simply means your mind is asking for variety or a new way to stay engaged. The good news is that mindfulness does not have to look the same every day. You can try a different meditation style, such as breath awareness, body scan, loving kindness, or mindful listening. You can also change your location. Practicing in a quiet room, outside in nature, or during a walk can create a fresh experience. Walking meditation, especially, can be helpful for students who find stillness difficult or who feel more focused when moving. The key lesson here is flexibility. A strong mindfulness practice is not rigid. It can adapt to your needs while still keeping the same purpose, bringing attention back to the present. After looking at these common challenges one by one, we can now bring everything together in the final takeaway. Key takeaway. Every obstacle has a practical solution. And this final idea brings the whole discussion together. On these slides, we looked at several common obstacles: not having enough time, having a wandering mind, forgetting, missing days, and feeling bored. These challenges are normal, and they happen to nearly everyone who builds a mindfulness practice. What matters most is not avoiding all obstacles. What matters is knowing how to respond to them. If you do not have much time, practice for 2 minutes. If your mind wanders, return gently. If you forget, connect practice to an existing habit. If you miss days, begin again without guilt. If you feel bored, change the style or setting. So the main message you should remember is this: every obstacle has a practical solution. Mindfulness is not about being perfect. It is about learning how to continue. And that is what helps turn meditation from a short course activity into a practice you can carry with you for life.